The lamp looks weird. Have you heard the story behind the famous trend, the lamp looks weird? It was actually from one of the famous story in Reddit way back 2011, and it was posted by a username called temptotassoon. The story revolves around a guy who had it all. He has a picture perfect life he thought would last forever. Then he met a woman, the love of his life, and it was a love at first sight. He pursued her with all his heart, and finally, she became his. They marry each other, and after a beautiful wedding, they welcomed two children in the world, a daughter who brought endless giggles, and later on, a son who became their pride and joy. He adored them every day. From morning hugs to bedtime stories, to him, his life felt like a dream. It was actually perfect until one evening it began to unravel. It started with something so simple, a lamp. He was sitting on a couch when he noticed something strange. The lamp's perspective. It felt off. It was inverted, existing in a way that defied logic. He couldn't look away. Hours turned days. He stopped eating, sleeping, living. He just stared at the lamp, and his wife began to worry and beg him to snap out of it, but he couldn't hear her. Something was wrong, deeply wrong. The lamp seems expanding and it consumes everything. At first, the lamp seems to be glitching, but then the red light from it becomes expanding. It's slowly consuming the whole room up until his life begins to dissolve. Everything is turning into red, and it seems like he cannot do anything about it. His perfect world dissolved into red light and deafening noise. When he opened his eyes, he saw himself lying on a sidewalk, surrounded by strangers. Then it hit him. The lamp wasn't real. The house wasn't real. His wife, his kids, none of it was real. A police officer dragged him into a car and rushed him to the hospital. There, the doctors confirmed the unthinkable. In the last decade of his life, his wife, his children, it was all illusion. He had lived that kind of life while unconscious because of a severe head injury. The grief consumed him. He mourned a life that never truly existed. At the end of the story, he realized that there was an accident when he was at school. He was actually assaulted by a football player while he was trying to drive. To him, everything felt so real, but the moment he woke up, he realized that it's all in his head. It was like a parallel life while he was unconscious. He carries a memory of them, the wife, his children, the life he had been while unconscious. Though it was not real, it was real for him. Until now, we cannot confirm if that story is fake or real, but we cannot deny how it was very entertaining and how that post created a lot of discussion on the internet. It really taps into like universal fears and curiosity about life. For many, it evokes like a mix of wonder, a prompting self-reflection of their own reality that might be living inside of their head. Others might theorize that it really deeply reflects like a human desire for escapism because they doesn't really like what the reality is serving them. It is actually an open-ended discussion where it allows to invite a lot of discussion, and also the writing style is very impressive for me because it isn't overly dramatic and it's really possible. It is close to reality where there might be like a parallel life that you were living inside your head, and it was scary and interesting at the same time. So the reason why the lamp looks weird becomes viral. Maybe we're living on the perfect life right now, but what if there's a weird lamp that was projecting to become very strange and it's all up in our head and it's not real? What do you think about the story, and what is your perception when it comes to like illusions and reality about life?